بإحسان إلى يوم البعث والنشور. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم وما يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها فإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة. أما بعد أقول السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praises due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one that created you and I from making of two souls and generations before us, and the generations that will be coming after you and I, until this world will cease to be in existence. Again, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one that made us Muslims. Alhamdulillah, the biggest gift Allah could give one is to be a Muslim. Not only to be a Muslim, but to be a one that always want to trace or retrace his footsteps back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because if he's a Muslim and he's alive, he wants to trace his footsteps back to Allah, it means he has a qalb al-salim. The qalb al-salim is the one that his soul is not dead, because he wants to always want to see if he's on the right path so that he can checkmate himself. Alhamdulillah, he made us one of them. May he make us to die on this path so that we can be among the people his prophet, Nabina Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, who solicit for in the day of Qiyamah. May Allah make you and I be among them. Ameen. So what follows is the best of guidance is to be with Allah's apostle. Because if you want to be guided, you have to follow the footpath of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. And he warned us that following my footstep, there will be people after me, and they might be eloquent in speeches, but at the same time, they might not be following the right path. That's why he says, be mindful of newly invented matters in this thing. Because in these newly invented matters in this thing, it is a thing that will not be will not all go well with your life. Because newly invented matters in this thing is an innovation. Because every innovation will not all go well with you on Def Qiyam. And if the doer of this is not careful, on Def Qiyamah, he might go to the fire of hell. May Allah save you and I from it. Today, we just want to give us a synopsis of some actions that do not invalidate fasting, be it compulsory fasting or supererogatory fasting. Inshallah, we will make it so concise and simple, and we will not take much of our time. Let's get down to the brass task. Number one is anyone that wakes up from a nama, if was fasting or is fasting in the day of Ramadan, and you slept. By the time you woke up, you found out that you were wet. Real sperm came out of you. And be it male or female, your fasting is valid as long as you know the harbinger of what came out of you. Meaning, if you're not the one who circumspects it, meaning you're not the one who triggered it. If you trigger it, this one invalidates your fasting. But if you just slept, you woke up, be it male or female, the wristband came out of you, not the prostatic fluid now, the real sperm. You and I know what is called sperm. And for a grown man and a grown woman, you found out that you're wet. So this will not invalidate your fasting because of the hadith from our mother, Umuna Aisha radhiyallahu anha, and Salama. They said Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, whenever he met his wife, he had intercourse with them. So even if the time of Fajr is in, he will yaktasil wa yasum. Rasulullah will take his normal bath. Then we will be a person fasting. Then they will go to pray Salah. So these, I will make it short, is in the book of Imam Bukhari and Muslim. It is 1926 in the book of Imam Bukhari. It is 1109 in the book of Imam and Muslim. So, meaning a person that maybe had intercourse with his wife, and the Fajr came out, maybe he dozed off, and he woke up, he hadn't taken the spiritual bath by the time the Fajr is in. So nothing happened to his fasting. If he had taken his sahur and he slept over women, or he slept off, by the time he will wake up, Fajr is already in. Even if he hadn't taken a shower, is a person whose fasting is not broken. Likewise, the same person, likewise a person who, if he slept off in the night or in the day of Ramadan, and woke up in the middle of the day, and he found himself wet with the real sperm, meaning in my thought, his fasting is invalidated. No, your fasting is still valid. All you have to do is take your ghusl so that you can pray your salat. The second thing is to kiss, or you hug your wife. So this one is a thing that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did often, and they said that we cannot say you can't do it, because Allah has given some people power over what they can control in terms of how their body chemistry respond to their household, in meaning wife or husband. So because Rasulullah did it, so كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقبلني وهو صائم وأنا صائمة. So this one is reported by Umuna Aisha. So you call Bill or you bashir what was so even. So this hadith is in the book of Bukhari and Muslim. Rasulullah will kiss me and will cuddle, and he will be fasting. Likewise, he had control over himself. This is in another narration is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will kiss me. What was so imun? He was a person fasting. Wana saw imatun. I myself was in state of fasting. This is in the book of Imam Abu Dawud or Abdul Razak. So that of Abu Dawud, or this was Sahih, is 2,384. And that of Abdul Razak is 4,410. This is what is out there. However, ulama, they caution us a lot. If you are the type that even seeing your wife, you'll be secreting fluid, don't even move closer to it, okay? Because your fasting will be invalidated. If it invalidates your fasting by cuddling your wife or kissing your wife, the day that you will repay back is after Ramadan. Why would you do it? But the caution from ulama is this: we can't say don't do it, because there are people who Allah could give the power to control themselves. If it's only pecking, it's part of it. If it's only kissing, when we say kiss, mouth to mouth, this might be a big problem for most of us. Myself, I don't do it. I don't kiss my wife in the day of fasting, even supererogatory fasting, don't do it, let alone the compulsory fasting. But I can peck, so I can hug. So there are people we know seeing their wife only. Walking in the presence will trigger a lot in their body chemistry. These are the one you can't even move closer to those boundaries. I do hope I made this I distinguish between what you can and what you can do as far as cuddling, fun, and the kissing is concerned. Walau ta'ala alam on that. There are a lot of hadith that is talking about this. So let me stop there. Number 3, والاتصال وصب على الرأس للتبرد. So this one is when like we might be heading to the time our season will be very hot. If it's very hot, then you're allowed to take shower if things are hot. So when the water is so hazy, you can take shower, and you can pour water up and water on your head. Unlike some things that we've been hearing from our local scholars, if I say local scholars, the one we always term our afars in Yoruba Kingdom, in Nigeria. So they say don't even do it because there are pores in you, P-O-R-E-S, that if you have to take water over yourself, this is where your strand of hairs grows. And if you pour water on yourself, the water goes through it. By virtue of that, it relieves you of your burden. This is not traceable to Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. So you can take a shower, you can swim, as long as you do not drink. It doesn't come through your nostril to your mouth, through your throat and down to your stomach, or in any shape that is not coming from your mouth to your stomach. So this is when your fasting is broken. So that's number 3. Number 4 is a al-mudmadatu wal-istishaku min ghayri mubalagha. So this one is when you are making wudu. We do the opposite of this when we are not fasting. That is, when you put water in your mouth, you're expected to rinse throughout the gum, and you sneeze water into your nostril, You sneeze it so that it will be dropping down. But this one, you don't have to do to that extent. Just a little bit. Wash your mouth and take little to your nostril so that some will not escape through your throat down to your stomach, so that your fasting will not be broken. The hadith of that is in the book of Abu Dawud wa Imam at-Tirmidhi wa hadith sahih. Likewise, number 5 is tadawuku at-ta'ami lil-haja ma lam yasilu ila al-jawfi. When a woman is cooking or a man is cooking, or whoever is cooking, fasting, you're allowed to taste the food. Your taste bud is on your tongue, not your stomach. So if you taste and you spit it out, so that you would not give the household food that will be rejected. And let's sound a note of warning here. There are males who are husband of the household. When their wife cook, especially in Ramadan, both of you are fasting. Perhaps both of you have different jobs you do. And when he came back home, you came back home, she came back home, she will be cooking. Even the food is not good, I appreciate that she laid herself to cook the food for you. So don't talk bad about the food she cook. But some of us, due to not knowing that we can taste the food, not knowing that in Ramadan you can taste the food. When you taste the food, if the seasoning is okay to your taste, then you spit it out. Rinse your mouth so that the taste will not be left on your tongue, so that you will not mistakenly swallow it. This one, when Ibn Abbas said, he said there is no problem in tasting what you're cooking, anything you're cooking, as long as it does not escape to your stomach. This is in the book of Imam Ibn Abi Shayba. So, Wallahu shahidu inda al-Bukhari. So, this is authentic from Ibn Abbas. So please, when you are cooking, taste and spit out. You're allowed to do that. The next one is the ما بمعنى الأكل والشرب. What we may not think is food, whereas it's food itself and drinking. And this one will be for some people who might be terminally ill, terminally ailment. So, for instance, let me give you one. Somebody who is asthmatic he has something to be using every now and then, like a puff. So he has to put it to his mouth every time so that he can have enough oxygen in himself. Ulama, they say this one does not break fast. Why? Because if you put the puff in your stomach, it doesn't go to your tongue, up to your mouth. It doesn't go to your stomach. What it does is it opens your airways so that you will have enough air so that your throat will not be blocked. It's a disease for some people whose their throats has to be open, is below Adam's apple here. You will see, though there are people when they are bedridden, they would drill a stoma. A stoma is a little hole so that they can be talking and breathing. But some people who are not bedridden, who would have asthmatic patient, who are asthmatic patients, they will be using puff. After maybe 1 to 2 hours, maybe in 4 hours, but they must be using it so that their airways will not be blocked. If the airways are blocked, they won't be able to breathe. So ulama, they say using this does not break the fasting, because they ask the medical doctors, those who are in the field, they say it does not go to stomach. It opens the airway so that they can have enough breath, enough air coming in and coming out for them. You see, people who have asthma, they might, when they are out of range of their medication, you will see them gasping for air. So all you have to do is give them, and they will take about 1 or 2 puff, and it will open the airways. This one, it is not food. It doesn't break fast. Allahu alam. Let me do another version of that. It is الذي ليس أكلا ولا شربا ولكنه يقوم مقام الأكل والشرب. It's never food, it's never drink, but it stays in the state of food and drinking. So example of that is nutrient noodles that nourishes the body. So التي تغذي الجسم, it nourishes the body, ويستغنى بها عن الأكل والشرب, and it will fulfill the same thing of eating and drinking, because the patient is also injected into, and the purpose of eating and drinking is to form blood. So those of us who know a little bit about this field, and if blood is injected into, then the purpose of eating and drinking has been achieved. So this one does not فإذا حقن فيه الدم فقد حصل له غاية الأكل والشرب. So if this is injected into blood, that means the purpose of forming blood and nutrient is achieved. So drinking and eating has been fulfilled. This one, فَيُفْتِرُ بِذَلِكَ. This one will break the fasting. However, remember, somebody that is sick, Allah says, فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنكُمْ مَرِيضًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ فَعِدَّةٌ مِنْ أَيَّامٍ أُخَرَ. Whosoever amongst you is traveling or is sick or traveling, you are exempted from fasting if you want to. But if your sickness is about seeking nutrient from other source, so without eating through your mouth, because some people they do not eat through their mouths. Medically, they are called NPO, nothing with mouth. So the way they eat is puriform. It has to be liquid form every time. Sometimes it goes through the mouth. Sometimes, as I said earlier, it goes through the stomach, that is drilled through their stomach. So this one will be nutrient and it will serve the body, because this is the way they get their nutrients. So with the mouth, they say, if there's anything like that, this will break your fasting. Like the opposite of asthmatic patient, that even if he puts something in his mouth, It does not. Why? Because it doesn't go to his stomach. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. Likewise, the people who do hijama. So inshallah, I will stop here tonight and continue tomorrow. Ibnillah ta'ala. The people who do hijama and those who donate blood in Ramadan. So does it break fast or not? We will talk about it tomorrow, inshallah. So these are the little things I have to say tonight. May Allah mercy on you and myself and forgive my mistake and accept our ibadat from us. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.